All right, let's dive straight into the Green Bay Packers because after their loss to the Lions, they came out and completely dominated a strong Seahawks team. Even though they lost to the Lions, I felt like the Packers played the game well. It was a close one, and if that game were replayed, it could easily go either way. That's all you can ask from a contending team, being able to compete with other top-tier teams. The Packers proved they're a serious contender by dominating the Seahawks in Seattle, which is impressive. The offense looked incredible throughout the game, moving the ball at will. On top of that, the defense stepped up with some huge plays, which is encouraging given that most people were concerned about that unit. If the Packers can keep building momentum and stay on their current trajectory heading into the playoffs, there's nothing they can't achieve, and that's why no one wants to face them right now. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video so you don't miss out on any of our latest content. We've got tons of exciting stuff coming your way, so stay tuned. Now, back to the Packers. When you look at what they've accomplished this season, the standout for me is Jordan Love and what he's done over the past month. He's been playing nearly flawless football, which I've been waiting to see from him. All season, Love has faced criticism for throwing too many interceptions, but over the last month, he hasn't turned the ball over once while still maintaining a solid touchdown to interception ratio. In his last 4 games, he's thrown 7 touchdowns with no interceptions. If he can keep playing like this offense will be able to score against any defense. When Love isn't turning the ball over, he's an elite quarterback. He has the arm strength, mobility, and ability to make plays outside of the pocket. When he's doing all of that without turnovers, he's extremely tough to stop. Over the past month, we've seen a massive improvement in the offense, and not turning the ball over is a huge reason for that. During this stretch, the Packers are averaging 33 points per game, which would place them in the top 3 in the NFL during that span. It's clear that scoring that many points will win you most games, especially when you factor in the continued growth of the weapons around Love and the strong running game all season. This offense has everything you want. Speaking of the run game, let's talk about Josh Jacobs because he's not getting the recognition he deserves. He's currently 3rd in rushing yards, but his performance this season has been outstanding thanks to not just solid blocking from the offensive line, but also his ability to handle 30 touches a game and still remain effective. Every time he gets the ball, he finds ways to break tackles and gain extra yards. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry and has scored 13 total touchdowns, which is remarkable. He's already surpassed 1,000 yards and is on track for about 1,400 this season. When you have a running back like that consistently putting up big numbers, it makes everything else on offense run smoothly, and that's exactly what we've seen. I love what Matt LaFleur is doing by staying committed to giving Jacobs the ball, because when Jacobs is involved, the offense thrives. It opens things up for the receivers and tight ends. A solid run game forces linebackers to step up, creating space for big plays down the field. As for the receiving core, the Packers don't have a clear-cut number 1 receiver, but they've got a group of guys who can make plays at any moment. Christian Watson is the deep threat who can go up and make spectacular catches. Jayden Reed is the speedy, smaller guy who gets open consistently and can contribute in the run game. Romeo Doubs is another big target who can make plays in the air, while Wicks can do a little bit of everything. And then there's Tucker Kraft, the tight end, who's finally living up to expectations and showing up week after week. All these guys work well together, and that makes them hard for defenses to stop. They can't focus on just one player. They have to account for all of them, which is a big reason why the offense is so effective. Matt LaFleur is one of the top play callers in the league, blending the run game with creative play designs for his receivers. When Jordan Love executes at his current level, this offense becomes explosive. I truly believe the Packers are one of the best offenses in the NFL, which is backed up by the fact they rank in the top 5 for total yards per game and top 10 for points per game. As long as they keep up this pace, there's no reason they shouldn't consistently put up 28+ points per game. When you pair that with the improvement on defense, it's clear this team is a legitimate contender. On the defensive side, I want to highlight the defensive line's performance in the Seahawks game. They were relentless in pressuring Geno Smith and even Sam Howell when he came in, racking up 7 sacks. The defensive line has been due for a breakout game like this, and this was it. Every player, from the starters to the rotational guys, contributed, and if they keep this up, the rest of the defense will continue to improve. We also saw the Packers do a great job stopping the run against the Seahawks, limiting their ground game and preventing it from getting comfortable. When you combine that with the solid pass rush and 2 interceptions from the secondary, it's hard to ask for more from your defense. I'm really impressed with the Packers' cornerbacks, especially when Jaire Alexander is healthy. The Packers are currently a top 5 team in terms of turnovers created, which includes both interceptions and fumbles. If they continue to hunt for turnovers, it will elevate this team's ceiling even further. When you're not turning the ball over on offense and you're forcing turnovers on defense, you're setting yourself up for success. With the offense playing at such a high level, the Packers are poised to make a deep playoff run. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.